Hey y'all, welcome back to Homestead. Thank you to all of the new subscribers. Be sure and hit the bell to get all of the notifications. Hit all once you hit the bell. But please like our videos, share our videos, and subscribe if you're watching. Our channel has picked up with full force, and we're so excited about this. So my goal is to get 1,000 subscribers by May. I know we can do it. We just got to keep going. So thank you to all who have watched. If you're new here, I do chicken scratch talk time, where I just sit and talk to you about any topic that may come to mind. Okay, it may be about animals, gardening, it may just be about life. So that's what today is. Now, we do a lot of DIY videos. We talk about chickens, we talk about ducks, we talk about gardening, we talk about canning, bread making, saving money, the whole kit and caboodle. But sometimes you just need to sit back and talk. That's what I like to do. So I'm outside today. It's a beautiful day. It was cloudy this morning all week. I'll give you an update. We planted our pasture garden. We did 5 100-foot rows of peaches and cream bicolored sweet corn, and we've planted tomato transplants. It would take 30 minutes to tell you all the tomatoes I've planted. We've done peppers, bell and jalapeno. We've planted bush beans, cucumbers, zucchini, squash. We've got the cattle panels going. We've got our new old castle block raised beds. We've got everything. So it's been beautiful weather here this week. In the mornings it'll be cloudy, might rain a little bit, and then the afternoon it's sun shining and just very mild. It's just been beautiful weather. So planting has been on. Now, if we can just get a harvest. I've got so much going on. I've got chicks hatching. We have, we've moved chickens around. We have now, I'm going to say 150 chickens. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot. We've got a lot of chicks, y'all. And we've got all these pens, and we're trying to hatch like gold lace, Wyandottes, and we've got a lot going on. So I've got my Tolbert Polish roosters coming over here, so they may get in the camera here in a second. But anyways, what have y'all been up to? What have you been doing? There's so much going on that I just need to take a step back, take a breather, and just break today. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. And you really, if you homestead, there never is a complete break. You still have to feed those animals. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas, your birthday, Easter, 4th of July, or whatever holiday. It doesn't matter if there's a hurricane, snow, a drought, whatever. You got to go out there and take care of that if you're getting into animal husbandry. So that, that's a little adjustment. Even if you want to just take a day, you still have to go be responsible for what you have and tend to those animals and your flock of whatever it may be, or your herd, or your whatever, okay, with your animals. So I'm just going to take a day today, and that's why I wanted to do a talk time with you. I need quiet time. I just need a breather. I need quiet time, and that's to keep me going. Everybody needs to rest. It is so hard if you love what you're doing, and I love this. I do. You want to do so much at once that you get overwhelmed really quickly. And that's the number one cause of burnout. I know it has been for me. You're trying to take on so much and do so much and expand so quickly, because you've heard of chicken math. You just want to grow and grow and grow, and you want more and more and more. And the same thing with gardening, that you get really burned out quickly because you have exhausted yourself so far. You got to have quiet time. And honestly, I would just recommend sitting back and enjoying what you've done and just looking at it and taking it in. Or maybe you just need to do something completely different and just take a break. Take a break for a day. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to worry about it. I just need a break. That to me will keep you going. You have to take some time off. Just a day, just a couple of hours, maybe a day. Just do something for yourself. I heard advice a long time ago that was probably some of the most valuable advice I've ever heard. A lot of people go on vacations and they want to leave home, and the person told me, make your home your vacation. And that's really what we've created here. Y'all, we're very blessed. My landscape is continuously getting like I want it to. My my yard, my animals, my everything is how I want it. And I enjoy it, and I don't have to go anywhere to see what I want to see. I can see that here. I don't have to go anywhere to do something I enjoy. I've got that here. I've created my own vacation spot. I've created my own habitat that I love. And I know the word homesteading is so cliche, but it's, y'all, it is a person trying to live off the land the best that they can. They want to become sustainable. And that gives me happiness. And I enjoy it. And I'll be right back at it this afternoon and in the morning. I can't get enough of it. I love it. And it's a lifestyle adjustment. I mean, you can start out by growing one little thing. There's been several people message me this week and say, hey, we started growing lettuce, and I'm thinking, next year they'll be growing Swiss chard, they'll be growing bush beans, they'll be growing tomatoes. It's so encouraging once you start. You have to start somewhere, though. You can't have 45 chicken coops. I'm just making that up. I wish we had that many. You can't have that much in one day. Well, they say Rome wasn't built in a day. You have to just kind of take your time and let it evolve, because you are creating your own, just think of it like your own supermarket here, your own whatever, your own fruit orchard, your own whatever, egg market, whatever it may be. That's what you're creating slowly over time. So you want to do it right, and you want to enjoy the process, and you want to make sure that it's how you want it. You don't want to rush things through. And I'm the world's worst. I'm a micromanager. I want a plan at 7:30 in the morning. I want to do this at 7:31. I want to have something to do at 7:35. And I take it to the extreme. And I've had to train myself, like, I just need to step back. I just need to stop. And I need to enjoy it. Because you get in such a routine. And a lot of times this is drudging work, y'all. Wait till you're out in a chicken pen up to your ankles in mud, and you fall, and you've got a dozen hatching eggs that you've worked so hard to get, and you bust every one of them, and you can't even put them in the incubator. Stuff like that. I mean, it happens. It happens. And that's why you just sometimes have to step back. You'll have predators get your animals. There's never been animals that have never been gotten by a predator at some point in time on some homestead. You just have to start over, step back, take a breath. It's continually evolving, the whole process of homesteading. Y'all, we started out with a raised bed with topsoil and some stackable planters in buckets. And what really got me into gardening was growing in buckets, mop buckets. I've done videos on that, and that inspired so many people to go out and grow something in food grade material. You can grow anywhere. That's my mission, to tell everybody this. You can do this. With our food, I mainly just wanted to eat healthy, and I wanted to do it on my own, just to see if I could do it, because I love being independent and doing things on my own. And now it's like, well, we've kind of got like a stockpile. So we're not full blown like ready for anything by any means, but we've really tried to get there over time, and it's a slow process. Y'all, you just have to keep pressing forward and just don't get burned out. It's right now, it's planting season. So many people are wide open. They want to get it all in, and you're racing the weather. You're trying to get it in before, if you're planting somewhere where you don't have a water source except rain. That's how our pasture is down there. Like, we have to time it right, because if not, the seed won't germinate. If it doesn't get rain on it for weeks and blah, 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 And last year, we planted at the very end of April, early May, and nothing germinated because it didn't rain for a month. That messed us up so terribly, y'all. So I get it. You're trying to beat the weather. You're trying to race the clock. Just don't get burned out. We continually have a plan. If you if you are new to homesteading, again, I would start small and see what I wanted and learn. Use this experience right now as your time to learn. I want everybody to go out and grow something, because when you do, even if you fail, you're going to have knowledge on how to do it better next time. You're going to learn. That's why we're here, to help you through our failures. That's why we started this from the get-go. I said I want to make videos to help people because they helped me, but I don't see a market for people our age. I don't see that. And there's no one doing it. Everybody's like 50s upwards, 40s, 50s, 60s, and it's just not geared towards our age group. I'm trying to hit the 20s and 30s. I want that group to get into this. And I mean, can you imagine what we'll have in decades? Can you imagine? I mean, we've come this far in 3 years. And if you start today, you can have the same thing in 3 years. It's just really how determined you are to have it and how much you learn. Use everything as a learning experience, y'all. Everything. Growing your own food. Y'all always put hashtag grow something. There's a reason behind that. I love it. Okay? You learn. You have fun watching it grow. You learn from disease and pests. And there's nothing comparable to growing your own food. And one of these days, it might come in very handy to know that knowledge. Really, I mean, it would. It has before, all throughout history. So I think everybody ought to. Just because we live in a fast-paced society, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't know how to do all this. Because somebody somewhere is having to do this. You know, where do you think that can of green beans comes from at your store? Somebody's doing this somewhere. And it's better to go out and do it on your own. And it gives you something to do. It gives you something to do. You're not bored. Y'all, that's my biggest problem. I don't have time to even sit here and take quiet time. Like I have to make myself, because there's 5 million things that I could be doing right now. It's wide open continuously. You want new projects, you see new things, but then there's continual maintenance. You have to keep a level of maintenance. You are maintenance. You have to keep this machine running 24/7. From your gardens to your animals to cooking to, I mean, y'all, it's 24/7. Probably the hardest thing for us has been honestly trying to find ways to save money. That, to me, I have tried to be so creative with that, and it's really like searching things out. It's searching like, well, what can I do with this? What can I do with that? What can I do with this? The saving money, that's a world of its own, which we have saved so much money growing our own food. That right there ought to be reason enough to do it. So many people are in perilous times financially. Y'all, it takes nothing for some seed, which the price of seeds went up. But it's not like going to the store and buying all this. I mean, I think 2 pounds of pole bean seeds, like maybe $5. I don't know. We planted that our first year and got 76 quarts. That's not including what we froze. I wanted to can and freeze to have a backup plan. How much do you think that would have cost at the store? You know? And we really didn't water that bed. We just kind of let the rain take care of it. So you see here, like, do you see? It's mainly the most expensive part of this is your time. That your time is very valuable. But no matter what you're doing, you have to have quiet time. You got to. Just soak it up and enjoy it. We've got fruit trees everywhere. Fruit trees are very expensive, but so is fruit. It's going to take years for these to grow. We've got 2 plums. We planted 3 cherry trees this year, an apple and a peach. We had 2 peaches and 2 apples, but 1 peach and 1 apple got run over. Don't ask. It's a long story. So, not by us, but by a power company. But y'all, that could have broke my heart. Wait till you spend that much time into babying these fruit trees and then they get run over. So, I mean, they couldn't help it, but whatever, you know. You just got to step back. You got to step back. Maintain what you got. My hope is that we can have fresh fruit. and not have to go buy this, which I really don't anymore. The food is our most expensive thing, our grocery bill, or it was. And now, I'm being straight honest with you, week before last, we spent $36 on groceries, just groceries. And I thought that was amazing. If I can do it at 31 years old, I know you can do it. You can do it. You just got to. You may have to eat something you don't want, or you may have to grow a lot of food, or you may have to make a raised bed in your garden or your yard. You know, you may have to do all this, but that's how you do it. So, and I can spend that money other places, or I can put that money back, or I can put that money back into my garden. I can do, you know, so many things. It's becoming sustainable. If something happens tomorrow and there's not a grocery store anywhere around, I'm okay. I'm okay. Somebody asked me that a couple weeks ago. They said, how long could you last without going to the store? I said, really? And they said, yeah. I said, I feel like indefinitely. I live out in the country, and my husband has so many skills as far as fishing and hunting and maintenance and fixing things and carpentry, and I lack those skills a lot. I've picked up a lot from learning from him, but I mean, he's not going to know how to go can green beans either. So, you know, we've got different skills that we contribute to each other the entire time. But I really feel like we could make it here. We've got a natural source of water, a huge creek that runs by the house. We've got so many things. Now, when I say make it, I'm not talking about watching cable TV every night and the air conditioner. No, I'm talking about survival. The two things that I really want to hone into, the first couple of years, I've planted plants that were different varieties of each kind, so I couldn't seed save to have a certain variety. I want to get into that by this fall. By this fall, I'm going to replant like pole beans and things like that, and I'm going to seed save. I'm going to learn about that, and then I would like to learn about foraging. That scares me, kind of like canning did. I love seeing all these people say you can make dandelion jelly and all that, and I'm paying attention to dandelions now. I'm looking at them saying, hey, I can make jelly out of you, and purple nettle and all that. I want to learn about this, but a lot of this is very poisonous too, so there's so much learning. I'm going to have to learn on that. I don't know that yet, so I can't tell you that. That's just my next projects. Again, this is, you're forming, I was at a loss for words. You're forming your own ecosystem. This is how you want it to be. You can't control the weather. You can't control what happens in the world, but you can control what happens around these perimeters, except for the weather. That's let your land work for you. So many people lived off the land. And y'all, a lot of people have laughed at us for doing this, and a lot of people have been inspired by us doing this. I really don't care one way or the other. I want them to be inspired. But if they think it's, you know, kind of laughable, I'm the one sitting here paying a $36 grocery bill. They're not, you know. That's why we're doing it, guys. That's why we're doing it here. So, you know, it is what it is. The main thing is I enjoy it. I enjoy it, and I enjoy what I'm doing, and I love being outside. I love the land. Y'all, you can start anywhere. You can do this. I want you to go out and grow something. I want you to go get some chickens. I don't care if you go get them from Tractor Supply. I don't care if you get them from a breeder. I don't care what you do. Go do it. Go learn, and you'll get better over time. I don't care what you do. It's learning. And knowledge is the one thing on this earth that no one can take away from you. Knowledge. And you're only going to get it if you go out there and try. That's it. If you try and fail, then, you know, you failed. You try better next time. You got knowledge to know not to do what you did, you know? I mean, whew, I'm on a rant here. I want you to succeed. I want to have a community with people our age. I appreciate everybody older than us watching us. I appreciate everybody younger than us watching us. I'm trying to hold this down, and I'm trying to get it started. We've got several groups going, like homesteading groups. We've got a ton of things in the works right now. And I just thank you to everybody that has been inspired by us, because you've inspired us to keep going and growing. And it's, y'all, this is the funnest thing I've ever done, and I can't wait to see where it takes me. So I need days like today where it's quiet time, even though I've been talking 90 to nothing. I need these days to talk with you and commune with you and have fellowship, and we're just enjoying it. This is a purpose that many people have tried to seek, and I think we're all kind of finding our way. It may not be how we wanted to, but we're learning and we're growing together, and this is taking off. So guys, we're Harmon Homestead. If you've got any questions, throw them out in the comments, message us, let us know. We're in Alabama, we're rural, and we're enjoying life one day at the time. Take you some quiet time today, get some new projects going in your mind, see what you can do, what you can change, what you can improve on. Keep going, keep growing, become sustainable. See you next time on Harmon Homestead.